It started as just another night on the road. A storm had stranded me in the middle of nowhere, forcing me to check into the only hotel I could find. A place called the Haven Rest Inn. It didn't look like much. Flickering neon sign, empty parking lot. But I figured it was better than sleeping in my car. I didn't know it yet, but stepping inside that lobby would change everything. I entered the hotel lobby, rain dripping from their coat. The front desk clerk, Edgar, is distracted, staring at a computer screen. He looks up with a polite smile, but there's something off about his expression. I asked him, "One room, please, just for the night." Then he smiled and replied,
"We're almost full, but there's room 6A.
There's a pause. Edgar's smile fades slightly as he hands over the key. I didn't think much of it then, but his hesitation should have been my first warning. Room 6A wasn't like the others. It shouldn't have existed. I walked down the dimly lit hallway. As I pass the numbered doors, everything seems normal until I reach room 6. The next door isn't 7, it's marked 6A. The door is slightly different. Older wood, chipped paint, and a strange, warped appearance. There it was, 6A. The number looked like it had been carved into the wood with a knife, and the door frame seemed warped, like it didn't belong. But I was tired, so I brushed it off and went inside. There it was. It wasn't just the decor, the whole room felt off. Like it was holding its breath, watching me. I tried to convince myself it was just my imagination, but deep down, I knew better. At 3:03 a.m., a loud knock. The sound comes from the closet, which is now slightly ajar. I froze. I didn't even remember hearing the closet door open. I stared at it for what felt like hours before finally getting up the nerve to check. They open the closet door slowly. It's empty, but a faint hum begins to emanate from the walls. The mirror reflects something odd. A shadow behind the narrator, though no one is there when they turn around. I should have left right then. I should have grabbed my things and run. But something kept me there, like the room itself didn't want me to leave. The next morning, I confront Edgar at the front desk. Edgar looks visibly uncomfortable when they mention room 6A. Then I asked him, "What's wrong with that room? Why does it feel wrong?" Then the Edgar replied,
"You don't want to know. That room? It wasn't part of the original hotel. It appeared one night out of nowhere. People who stay there don't always leave."
He slides an old journal across the counter. The journal contains accounts from previous guests, descriptions of whispers, shadowy figures, and even disappearances. I asked Edgar, "Why didn't you warn me before I stayed there?"
"Because once you go in, the room doesn't let you go. Not until it's done with you."
The narrator decides to leave immediately, but realizes something is wrong when they return to room 6A. The door won't open. The hum grows louder, and shadows ripple across the walls. The mirror shows distorted reflections of the narrator, twisted versions of themselves, screaming silently. I didn't know how, but the room was alive. It wanted me to stay, to feed on me. I had to think fast. If I couldn't leave through the door, I'd have to break the rules of the room itself. I remembered the journal and begins to piece together a plan. The accounts mention that the room's power comes from the closet, a portal to its true form. The only way out is to confront it. It sounded insane, but what choice did I have? I opened the closet again, and this time, the void inside was waiting for me. I stepped into the closet and is pulled into a dark, endless corridor of doors. Each door shows twisted versions of reality. Friends and family in pain, their worst fears come to life. It wanted to break me, to keep me wandering in its maze forever. But then I saw it, a door with my name on it. I didn't trust it, but it felt like the only way out. I open the door and is thrown back into room 6A. The hum is deafening now, and the shadowy figure emerges from the mirror. And I heard it talk to me.
"You can't leave."
I grab the mirror and smashes it, causing the shadow to writhe and dissipate. The hum fades and the door to the room unlocks. I don't know how, but breaking the mirror broke its hold on me. I grabbed my bag and ran. I didn't look back. I left the hotel, driving away as the storm clears. For a moment, everything seems normal, but as they glance in the rearview mirror, they see the faint outline of the shadow sitting in the back seat. I thought I escaped. I thought I was free. But some doors, once you open them, they never really close.